and over. I think we're all doing handhelds.
Yep. Okay. Bear with me. This is not an easy one, so I'll do my best. Anybody live? No?
We're streaming.
We will probably be live. Yeah.
I would assume live.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Who do you want me to talk to?
Do you want to look right down the middle at maybe Erica?
Erica.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Here.
Ready?
This side, yeah.
Okay.
Right at me, thank you.
Okay, so today at approximately 9:55 a.m., patrol officers responded to Martin Luther King Jr. Way South and East Harrison Street. When they arrived, they located a woman in the street. At the same time, the Seattle Fire Department also arrived on scene, and they were attempting life-saving measures. The woman was pronounced deceased at the scene. What officers had determined that this was an attempted carjacking. This woman was a neighborhood dog walker. During the carjacking and struggle, she was drugged by her vehicle, and she landed in the street, and that's where she did pass. There was bystanders that attempted to intervene, but they were unsuccessful. They tried to save her, but they couldn't. The suspect ended up fleeing the scene in an unknown direction. Police officers are actively looking for him now, but this was a carjacking that resulted in a woman getting killed. There was also another civilian that was attempting to do CPR on the woman before first responders arrived. Obviously, those efforts were very unsuccessful. The fire department, again, they tried all life-saving measures, but they did pronounce her deceased at the scene.
How old was this woman?
I don't know. I know she's an adult woman. I don't have her age verified yet.
You said drug. I'm sorry, I missed that word.
Yes. So we believe she was drugged, and then sometime during that struggle, she was mortally wounded.
Did the carjacking happen here, or did it happen somewhere else and come here?
It happened here just south of me where the crime scene tape is there.
Any idea what kind of weapon was used?
We haven't had that information verified, so I'll have to get back to you on that.
I just want to clarify. You said drugged. Do you mean that she was dragged by the car?
Yeah, we believe that she was dragged. That is preliminary information, so that is subject to change. But the initial reports on scene from the witnesses that during the struggle she was dragged a few feet, and she ended up landing on the asphalt where, like I said, she was mortally wounded.
Not medically drugged, not with a drug, just drugged by the car.
She was dragged by the vehicle.
Got it.
Yeah, apologize.
Do we have a description of the vehicle?
We do, but we're not going to release that information.
How about of the suspect?
We know that he's a male. I don't know his age. That's all the information we're going to release at this time.
What happened to the dogs that might have been with her?
I had heard that the dogs had run off, but it hasn't been verified whether or not the dogs are still inside of the vehicle or if they have run off.
Did the suspect get the vehicle?
Yes, this was a carjacking. He stole the vehicle.
Any other people involved? It was just the suspect, the victim. They had no passengers or anything to your knowledge?
There were bystanders that intervened. They intervened heroically. They did everything they could to save her. There were multiple bystanders that were there trying to stop this crime from occurring, and that takes a significant amount of courage and bravery to do that. And we do commend them for supporting their community and trying to save this woman from getting hurt and injured.
If you get into a situation like this where someone is trying to steal your vehicle, any advice for people who might find themselves in something like this?
Well, it's a difficult thing. What happens, you get a flight or fight response that occurs. We always encourage people to try to step aside and call 911, be a good witness, try to provide us with as much information as possible. We have a lot more resources that we can utilize to solve that problem and to stop that individual. We care about people's safety primarily.
Speaking of safety, is there an ongoing threat to the public with this suspect still on the loose?
We believe this is an isolated incident. There's no information that says there's any risk to the public at this time.
Any trends that we're seeing lately when it comes to attempted carjackings, things that people should know?
I would just say that the carjackings can be very, very dangerous. You don't know who the suspect is, you don't know what their purposes are, but they're clearly trying to get your vehicle, and they'll do that by any means necessary. It's just a very, very dangerous crime, and it's a very scary thing to endure.
I mean, Eric, this is just unbelievable. An 80-year-old woman is killed in the morning, 10 o'clock. What's your message to the community here from the police? This is just horrific.
The best message I can give is everybody use your phones, call 911, be good witnesses. The more information that we can receive from the public, it allows us to solve these crimes efficiently and make sure that the criminals are held under the full authority of the law.
How much longer MLK going to be blocked off?
This is a homicide investigation now, so the street behind me is definitely going to be blocked off for a number of hours. And then at this time, we have homicide detectives on scene. We have traffic collision investigative squad unit is on scene. We also have the crime scene investigative units. They're on scene as well, and they're all processing the crime scene. It will take a number of hours.
Will you be flying the drone as part of the investigation?
We don't use drones for Seattle police, so if you're seeing one behind me, I don't know whose that is.
You'd call this Madison Valley?
Yes, this is a Madison Valley neighborhood.
Can you repeat again just what officers saw when they first got on the scene? Where they first encountered?
So yeah, what they first encountered, there was a woman in the street. There was a bystander attempting CPR to save the woman's life, and the fire department arrived on scene directly after them, and they were providing. They began providing medical treatment to the victim.
What was the call out for? Were shots or a struggle? Or?
I believe the original 911 call was for an attempted carjacking. Yeah.
And she was an elderly woman. Can you confirm that?
I don't know her age. I haven't had that verified. I don't know. So I don't believe she's been identified yet, at least through our means.
Thank you.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
So,
No problem.
off the record, though, why do you want